So once the box is unlocked, the top can slide off, and inside you can see the entire mechanism. I haven't glued this part together yet, but I will soon. So right now you can open it up and look at how the other mechanism works. So there's just all the walls slide, and I can also pull off these because I haven't glued these on yet. So this is kind of how the inside of each side of the box works. There's just little grooves that these pieces slide up and down in, and there's these 3 pieces here that lock into the box, here, here, and there, and this one right here locks into this circle piece. And that's what keeps all these walls from moving until you can lower this down. So you just have to slide each piece up one by one. And I made sure that these rectangles are big enough to cover up the holes. Let's see. So you don't see anything. So this piece is actually locking the box more as you are opening it, but then the last move is to fully unlock it. And this one is also locking it at the beginning. And this one can always move up and down, but it doesn't have a lock. And then this piece slides all the way up into the lid of the box. And when you first unlock the lid part, this slides down just a little bit, which allows you to move it. And then from there you can start moving all the walls. So inside each wall, it's kind of complicated. This was the most complicated one. They just have these sliders that go up and down. And I tried to make them fit pretty tight so that they don't wiggle back and forth too much. But they slide pretty smoothly. I had to get a little creative on this side since there's 2. And then on the back, I had to cut some grooves in here to fit these extra supports. But that's the general shape of each of the walls. You can see this one's a little simpler. Just that and this piece. And then there's grooves down here that keep the this wall piece on. And then there's also grooves on the lid that keep the wall pieces on as well. And that just slides right on like that. The lid is pretty straightforward. Once you open it up and you can see inside, there's just 2 cams, I guess, that rotate with gears from the circle on the front. And then there's 2 pieces there and there that interface with them. And they have nails in them just to reinforce them. But this allowed me to, with some of my boxes, each piece only moves once. But with this design, you move each piece more than once sometimes. This is what the box looks like in the inside when it's locked. You can see there's 3 different locks that are keeping the lid on. And this is the first one that moves. And then as you go around the circle, they slowly unlock more and more. But this one actually locks, it locks even further. So this one unlocks fully right away, but this one locks more. So this is the last step. That's the last one keeping it closed. So you'll see as I go through, now that one's unlocked. And then this is the last move going here, and then unlocking that. And then the box is free to slide on and off after that. So this is the lid of the box when it's off. And This is the mechanism inside. And this makes up for about, I think, 13 steps of the total 33 steps. And that total counts some of the steps that kind of happen automatically because pieces just fall into place. But in total, there's 33 counting opening the box. So this is how you open the top. And normally this slot is the part that keeps the whole bottom part of the box from opening. So that's why you have to solve the lid first. So it's pretty simple. And this middle piece, you move twice. Oh yeah, you can see it just moved again by itself. Okay, that goes. And then once you get it to that point, then you can see that slot opened up, which allows the bottom part of the box to start being unlocked. And then the last piece that's locking the lid in place goes in right here. Once that is pulled out, then the entire lid can just slide off, or in this case, slide back on, so you can start locking the box. So this is where I designed the box. It took me probably, I think it was probably 25 or 30 hours to design it. And I designed each layer and each cross section from each side. And then to actually build it probably took over 100 hours. There are 189 pieces. And my designs ended up being pretty accurate. There's just a few spots where I had to add extra supports for when it opened, but other than that, it actually worked out just about how I imagined it would. And you can see all my cut lists and just everything that was needed to keep the box working. And I labeled each piece and cut them all out before I started gluing, so I had all of them finished. And I just sanded them before I glued them together, which made the whole process a lot easier. This is the hardest part to design, the cams and all the sliders, but it turned out pretty good.